in the game, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. So for the Spurs, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers in Portland. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably one or two possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with AI, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. Now, here's Mitchell. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Gobert with a wide-open look. Off target with his three. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Aldridge. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
The coaches got to keep their focus, though, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
Here's Mitchell, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Here's Ingles. Rebound by Murray. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. DeRozan. And good coming on the assist by AI.
Like the unselfishness there, AI knows he can get his shot up anytime he wants. This time, electing to get others involved.
Now, here's Exum. Another key contributor to that nice win against Phoenix. And it's Mitchell missing.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Aldridge's shot is good.
It's an underrated strength of LaMarcus Aldridge, able to power in the shot even when being fouled.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Murray against Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. Over DeRozan. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. San Antonio leading by 8.
Well, it might have taken Joe Ingles a few years to adjust to the NBA, but he looks right at home now. Was playing overseas until he made the NBA jump at age 27. The way he's playing now, it was worth the wait.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. And for Ingles, he's a player that gives you a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's played in a number of leagues and has picked up quite a few tricks along the way. Great passer, can act as that point forward if you need him to, but his shooting from the outside has made him into the strong player that he is. A career 40% shooter from 3.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Now here's Udo. Rubio with a wide open look, and that time also a missed shot. AI passes to White. Back to AI. To the paint. It's stolen by Udo. White, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And Rubio kicks to Kavanaugh. And it's Korver in the corner. The pass to Kavanaugh. Stolen by AI. Here's Pertinis. Here's DeRozan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Crowder is the 4 and Gobert is the 5. Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wing. And it's Exum in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Trailblazers got the job done. He ended up with 22 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in, DA. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one. Well, the Spurs organization has done an incredible job for so long, and Pop's consistency, along with his relationship with R.C. Buford, the way that they've scoured the globe to go out and find talent, they've both done this at the highest level and are trying to be emulated by most every other team in the league.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Exum following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Exum with it. AI picks him up. Exum finds Gobert. It's stolen by DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
Now, here's Mitchell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. DeRozan against Ingles. Clock at 6. Back to Mitchell. Shot to stop the run. That one, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now, here's Exum. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Stolen by AI. Murray kicks to Gay. It's AI on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, when you ask why is AI so difficult to stop without fouling, it's because he has a number of ways to beat you. Shooting, moving without the ball, passing it. Very difficult to take everything away.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Tyler Kavanaugh, he's checked in for Crowder. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum. Then for the Spurs, Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's wide in for Murray. Gobert can't hit.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. AI is out there with Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering? Pat.
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know that there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Now, here's AI. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Exum passes to Gobert. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. From the line, it's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. And Utah has possession, following the bucket by the Spurs. From 13, Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got his first points of the game.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Murray, the pass to Gay. AI outside. Banked in off the glass. AI's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Stolen by AI. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Buries it down low. AI's got 9.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Exum deciding where to go with it. Gobert against Aldridge. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Gobert.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. AI left side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Well, there's just no fear in AI's game. In the painted area, in traffic, draws the contact.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Derek White subbed in for Murray. Here's Bertans. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 6 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Kavanaugh. Kicks it to Korver. Passes it to Kavanaugh. Rubio outside. Clock at 4. Korver, no luck. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. AI passes to Bertans. Out to White. Here's AI. He's guarded by Udo. Here's AI. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Up top, Rubio. White covering. Pass to Kavanaugh. Outside Korver to the left side wing. Launches it. Offline. And so it's San Antonio. able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense.
Who's got next? We're kicking off the All-Star festivities with a showcase of the best of the league's up-and-coming talent. It's the Rising Stars Challenge.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the
Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Raul Neto. Then for the Spurs, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Pirtle. Pondexter comes in for Davis Bertans. And AI is subbed in for Bryn Forbes. They've got Ricky Rubio, also Exum out there. Joe Ingles is out there with Gobert. And it's Kavanaugh in at the 4 slot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Well, you look at AI now, you would never know that he went through some really tough times. Undrafted, coming out of college. One of the better success stories we have around the league.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. So there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft. And Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as
17-year-old, I know
in the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. Korver dishes to O'Neal. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter. The tray. The rebound by the Spurs.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for San Antonio.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Bellinelli against O'Neal. From downtown, Hills with the rebound. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. AI with it, guarded now by Rubio. Here's AI, count it.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
O'Neal with it. From deep. No good there. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did to David. Thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and